But to Anthony Albanese's own war today, the culture war. I mean, here's an example of that rule, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The Prime Minister yesterday once again played that stupid gender card against new opposition leader Angus Taylor. Oh, Taylor is anti-women because he replaced a woman, Susan Lee.
I think removing the first female leader to lead the Liberal Party will be something that sends a message to half the population.
I mean, that's rich from the man who himself voted to get rid of Labor's first female leader, Julia Gillard, after claiming to have her back, the hypocrite. So it was karma that Albanese has now had the very same gender card played against him, and with huge success. Now, that very same Q&A session I showed you, Albanese was asked to play some word association. It included the name of Grace Tame, an Albanese ally and foul-mouthed Australian of the Year.
Australia Day.
Great.
Grace Tame.
Difficult.
Difficult is actually an extremely mild way of describing this appalling activist who has now called for another intifada right here, and just after the Bondi massacre of Jews showed us all what an intifada looks like.
From Gadigal to Gaza, globalise the intifada. One more time. From Gadigal to Gaza, globalise the intifada.
But to some feminists and identity politics warriors who use, hurt feelings as weapons, this word difficult was supposedly sexist, misogynist when used against a woman. Even one screaming for intifada, the leader of the Greens dishonestly suggested Albanese was in fact attacking Tame as a woman fighting for the safety of children, and said labelling women as difficult won't silence us. I mean, how desperate to take offence is she, and how deceitful. But unbelievably, Albanese this morning folded. He apologised. Oh, and invented a bizarre excuse for using such a trigger word as difficult.
Grace Tame you certainly can't describe in one word. She has had a difficult life, and that was what I was referring to. And what Grace Tame has done is to turn that difficult experience that she had into being a strong advocate for others, which is why she received, quite rightly, the Australian of the Year award. If there was any misinterpretation, then I certainly apologise.
I mean, seriously, I just meant that she had a difficult life. I mean, put that up there with this other porky, Oh, I didn't fall off that stage. We've all seen him go, whatever. Grace Tame didn't believe her for a second and replied with a nasty insult again. She posted, and I quote, "Spare me the condescension, old man." We all know what you meant. I see. Can you believe it? Grace Tame calls for an intifada, insults the Prime Minister as an old man, but has the vapours when someone calls her difficult. I mean, what a precious princess, this Australian of the Year. And this, friends, is Australia today. And that was your Prime Minister bending the knee to her. But one good news from all this, until today, Albanese has not even criticised Tame for calling for an intifada, refused to when asked directly.
Will the Prime Minister today show leadership, disassociate himself from these words and unequivocally condemn this disgusting display of anti-Semitism by the former Australian of the Year?
We need to not continually look for political opportunities from what is a devastating situation.
But today, under fire and with Pauline Hanson, of course, eating at Labor's vote, Albanese finally did say, well, calling for intifada in Australia, that's not very nice.
Now, there are other issues, such as the language that Grace Tame used, that I disagree with at the demonstration that was held in Sydney.
Oh, he disagreed with it. Hallelujah. I thought he might not. I mean, really. No wonder Pauline Hanson is cutting through for all her careless language. because that is one politician who doesn't play such stupid games.